Hello, 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 and welcome to what is hopefully one of the more calming 20 minutes of your day. Thank you for being here. We've been getting together. My name is Sebastian. Some people know me as Autumn because my name's a little confusing to them, but either way, um, we've been getting together to do some simple stretching in our chairs, to do some calming breathing, to channel some very high vibration, positive, loving energy, just meditating on that. And we've also been going through books by Barbara Ann Brennan. This is actually her second book, and you don't have to have her second book, but because of what we started looking at with this, there were some images in this second book that I thought might really help you understand kind of more what we're. How do I put this? I think it's easier to understand the minutia, or like, do I really have these chakras? Are they really a thing? Is this really our energy field? Does it really work that way? Because I think this is a good way to just kind of give you an idea of, because these are things that you can kind of picture in your mind. For example, I think even if you can't see auras, and I've rarely in my life been able to see any color, but a mental image of what someone's energy field is doing, oh yeah. And I think you will find that too, because I might need to turn this down a little bit, but if you can see that, this guy is reaching out. He's making a plea. And this guy is like, nope. And you see how he has his shields up? And how this guy is reaching out? See, I think we've all been there. Someone reaching out to us, they are trying to make an emotional appeal, which would be our heart. They're trying to assert their will on us, which would be your solar plexus, your sense of will. Someone's trying to convince you of something. It's going to be more up here, where they're reaching out to you, and your energy field will shift depending on what's going on. Let me show you this one more image. So right here, it's kind of hard to see, but he not only is he isn't really blocked off. He's like rolling his eyes. He's like, I'm elsewhere. He's pulling his energy up and away. So he's not blocking this off necessarily, but he is, I'm out of here. He's just like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to think about this. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. And so your energy will kind of go a little bit. So, like I said, I just really wanted to share that with you because of things that I think a lot of us have experienced. But it's good to have some kind of visualization. So, and also, I find this really interesting. I'm sure there are lots of stories out there about a heart shape and why that usually means love. I'm sure there are lots of stories. But this one, kind of, I don't know that she talks about this. It's been a long time since I sat down and read this whole book, but I like that heart shape. When two people are in love and their energy fields work well together. Kind of a heart shape. I like that. So, and that would work with friendship. That would work with all different kinds of love. All right. So Let's do the least dignified part of this whole rigmarole, which is we're just going to stretch. Big stretch. There we go. And then out to the side. And then twist gently, gently in your chair in one direction. Keep breathing. And then we'll go back to the center and go back the other way. All right. All right. And then come back to center again. All right. And in the chat, hello, Jilly. Hello, Phyllis. Hello, Stacy. Hello, Leilani. Hello, Mary. Okay. And so now we are going to do the part where we reach out with one arm and straighten the leg on that side. Point your toes and just reach. Hello, Liv from a rainy New England. Reaching. Really feel it back here. And while you're all extended like that, turn your hand and your foot in one direction and then back in the other. There we go. All right. And then reach out with your other hand, straighten that leg, point your toes, and reach. And circle your hand and your foot in one direction and then back in the other. There we go. All right. Grab one knee, pull that up to your chest, stretch that lower back a little bit. And then grab your other knee and pull that up to your chest. Just kind of relax into the stretch. All right. And then lastly, we just raise and lower our shoulders a few times. From what I've seen, I like the physical therapy YouTube channels, and quite a few have explained that if you raise and lower your shoulders like this, it does more to get rid of these knots we often carry back here, more than just stretch it, turning your head or something like that. All right. So scientists figured out that if we take twice as long to breathe out as we do to breathe in, it signals to our nervous system to calm down. So we're going to start with 3 breaths into your nose, out to your mouth. All right. So breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. There we go. All right. So we're going to focus on this crown chakra here. And we're going to picture, this is your connection to spirit, the divine. And we're going to picture the divine as infinite loving energy, the highest vibration, absolutely loving, highest vibration energy, bright white light. And it's white only because it contains every other color. I'm going to picture that energy pouring down like just a waterfall of just loving energy down through the tops of our heads, down into our whole system, into every energy center, into every cell, into every part of our energy fields. And we are just going to focus for 10 minutes. And just focus on how much of that positive energy, that loving energy, you can channel into yourself. Eventually it will overflow from you and then go into your surroundings and into the world. We're just going to relax our minds, relax the back of your tongue, relax your jaw. Just set aside cares of the day for just a few minutes and just enjoy the peace, enjoy that loving energy. We have about 5 minutes left. So really just feel that positive energy. Feel that loving energy. All right, we have about 1 minute left. So in this last minute, see if you can spread that positive, loving energy into the world. See if you can push more and more of it out into your surroundings and your world. There we go. All right. Whew. So now you have lots of positive energy, but you've also got some excess. So a good thing to do is push some of that positive energy into this natural shield you have around you at about this distance. Picture the positive, high vibration energy going into your shield, strengthening it, cleaning it, knocking away negativity, so that you remain in control of your energy. You decide what energy comes in, you decide what energy stays out. You have that power. And then if you have any other positive energy left over that you can't use at the moment because you're full up, then you can picture it sinking into the ground to nourish the earth. Or you can bring along something water-based, water, tea, coffee, whatnot, and picture that excess energy pouring down into the water, in between the molecules, and importantly, leaving you right now with the perfect amount of energy. Not too much, not too little. And if you feel like you have an overabundance of energy, kind of picture pushing more of that energy into the water. If you feel like you don't have enough energy, skip this step entirely. There we go. And that is all there is to it. I hope we'll go back to the main book, Hands of Light. The link's in the description box. But I hope that helped a little bit from just a couple of pictures there, because I think sometimes, especially when you're starting out, it can sometimes feel like, is this real? Is this? But having something in your head where it's like, oh, I see what's happening, because you can kind of sense it happening. You can kind of see it in your mind's eye. So thank you. All right, be well, be well. I'm going to head over to the Black and Orange channel and start the live stream there. Thank you for doing this with me. Thank you. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you later.